Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Denzel Washington purportedly cried at Diddy prior to stomping out of a party. Denzel Washington formerly purportedly got into a warmed contention with Diddy at a party back in 2003, as per Us Week by Week. The power source refers to a purportedly well-inclined source with the terrible sprat mogul at that point. They said that the supposed contention brought about Washington stomping out of the party with his significant other, Paletta. Denzel cried, "You do not regard anybody, the bigwig let us know week after week." In the end, Washington apparently stomped out of the party. Denzel and his significant other, Paletta, had been celebrating until daybreak with Diddy, and they had seen commodity and stomped out, they added. The charge about Washington comes after counsel Tony Busby claimed to have 120 people prepared to validate claims against Diddy in a public interview on Tuesday. In an explanation to Wanderer, one of Diddy's attorneys, Erica Wolf, said of the public interview, as Mr. Brush's illicit group has underscored, he cannot address each meritless charge in what has turned into a careless media festival. All effects considered, Mr. Brush's earnestly and fully denies as bogus and disparaging any case that he physically mishandled anybody, including minors. He anticipates effectively defending himself and justifying himself in court if and when cases are proved and served, where reality will be laid out in view of evidence, not thesis. Specialists captured Diddy on charges of supposed coitus haggling and wrongdoing lately. He is as of now argued not censurable and plans to push for his situation in court. His counsel, Mark Agnifilo, affirmed to TMZ that he will not be taking a request bargain. Be keeping watch for fresh reports on Denzel Washington and Diddy on Hot New Hip Hop. Diddy advises partygoers to get lotioned up in rediscovered grasp. Diddy is as of now anticipating primary, and reports about the head foreman have kept on surfacing. Many assiduity interposers have approached with charges against the terrible sprat organizer. It's been principally insolvable to demonstrate these claims, obviously, which is the reason Diddy is anticipating primary on different charges. There is, in any case, film of the head foreman that has been seen contrastingly considering his charges. The web has uncovered grasps of Diddy agitating his gatherings get. TMZ as of late revealed one in which the mogul advised the actors of a party to get lotioned up. TMZ reports that the party passed at Diddy's home in June 2022. It's accepted to be the night after he got the recognized wagered lifetime accomplishment grant, and it seems like he is actually celebrating. Diddy abductions a prophet in the grasp and states that the party is about go up a score. Ayo, everyone ensure your breath is new, he told the partygoers, ensure you are not kidding. The investor also asks those partaking in weed to use mouthwash. He makes one protestation, which is that the ladies ought to raise a melee around City Bottom paying little mind to what their dates need. The music kicks in, and the grasp closes. Setting can move a ton. Those in participation do not appear to be annoyed by Diddy's affirmations. In verity, many of the reflections under the TMZ transfer on YouTube bring up that his reflections weren't particularly entwining. The explanation the power source got it, still, is the setting of what Diddy has been criticized for. A personality photographic artist as of late addressed the New York Post about the gatherings they joined in. The photographic artist, Selma Fonseca, professed a host went to between 20 and 30 gatherings tracing all the way back to the 1990s. Fonseca asserted that Diddy parties were generally luxurious undertakings, with the stylish food and collars. She reviewed one occasion in which her camera was seized after she snapped a picture of Diddy and a youthful lady she had no way seen. Anyhow, of this extraordinary collaboration, Fonseca claims she saw nothing likened to what Diddy has been indicted of. I was astonished contemporaneously in light of the fact that I have seen nothing, Fonseca expressed. I have been around this person so frequently. I used to see him most probably one time per month or further. Diddy is right now being held at the Metropolitan Confinement Place in Brooklyn. Diddy's former protector asserts that Jay Potentate is behind multitudinous Diddy claims. A former security part for Diddy, Joseph Huge Joe Sherman, keeps on denying Talia Graves' claims in her claim that the two saw notoriety physically attacking her, and that it was apparently each on tape recording. I am not checking her honesty, Sherman told NBC. I am checking her cases against me. I was not the head of safety. You got some inferior man. I have no way seen you. I have done nothing negative with you. I have no way been in an analogous room with you. Was not I there? I was not indeed in New York. Latterly, he called into Far Up with Angela Yee to fresh bid to demonstrate his innocence. Not in the least did she DM me, yet she also tried to direct me through the DMs, making sense of I should have simply composed a proclamation as others did, Large Joe said of his supposed dispatches with Talia Graves. I said, keep me out of what? Still at that point she raised Mr. J. Ruler, saying they'd be down there. Also, at that point, Large Joe hypothecated that J. Ruler is purportedly the individual pushing for the inviting maturity of Diddy's supposed casualties to sue him and stand up against him to demolish his standing. With respect to the provocation behind why, Huge Joe proposed that this is a direct result of the supposed fight among Diddy and Drake about 10 times prior, posterior to standing by hearkening to individualities makes sense of the circumstance for me. I suppose J. Ruler is one of the top shamefaced parties behind trying to annihilate Puffy's personality, he told Far Up. It's vital to take note of that these are simply charges and academic suppositions at press time, as neither Sean Brushes nor the Houston chief have resolved this particular issue as of composing this composition. In the interim, others like DJ Academics are also trying to sort out who differently could purportedly be behind these supposed Diddy disconcertments. Full concession, it does not count to me who is behind it, he communicated during his live stream. Accommodating, shoot the $100,000 over. Apropos, could someone at any point shoot this communication to Amenable Plant? I figured out who is behind the Diddy and Docile Factory press. Everything going out. I figured out the existent. I've the name, I've the report. Still, I really want the $100,000 in my tally before I give it to you, Docile Factory. I figured out who was behind icing that a who be down and dirty is really his name will be lined up with Diddy and others. Yet, as you said, I want that $100,000. The power source refers to a purportedly well-inclined source with the terrible Sprat mogul at that point. They said that the supposed contention brought about Washington stomping out of the party with his significant other, Paletta. Denzel cried, "You do not regard anybody, the bigwig let us know week after week." In the end, Washington apparently stomped out of the party. The charge about Washington comes after counsel Tony Busby claimed to have 120 people prepared to validate claims against Diddy in a public interview on Tuesday. In an explanation to Wanderer, one of Diddy's attorneys, Erica Wolf, said of the public interview, as Mr. Brush's illicit group has underscored, he cannot address each meritless charge in what has turned into a careless media festival. All effects considered, Mr. Brushes earnestly and fully denies as bogus and disparaging any case that he physically mishandled.